Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So in the video yesterday where I was cutting up my lovely little lace dress, I showed you this beautiful flower that I had made. Now this is the lining of the dress and this is the lacy outside of it, which I think will make beautiful flowers. Now I know lots of you know how to make flowers, and there's lots and lots of videos out there, and I've done quite a few videos as well, but I thought I'd just recap just to give you a quick reminder, and then I want to show you how to make these little tiny little scrap mini flowers with the little cut-offs of the lace, and they're really simple, and I think these just look so pretty as little embellishments on the front of journals, on little tags and things like that. So it's a really nice one to use up all your little bits of lace as well. So I'm going to show you how to make these. These two are sort of like opposite. I've done the lining on the outside and the lace in the middle, and this one I've done the lace on the outside and the lining in the middle, and I've just popped a little sort of like this one's got a silver bead and this one's got a nice little gem in it, which I think are lovely, and this one is a bigger one. So I think they're really nice, and sometimes we forget the easier sort of things to do. So I'm going to give you a quick recap. Now I've taken a piece of the lace. Now this is going to be about, I don't know, 14 inches or about 35 centimeters. Now I'm going to take a piece of cotton. So we are going to be sewing today. So real simple little stitch through here. So this is just like a little straight stitch, running stitch, isn't it? So just so simple to do. But they just look so effective. And again, if you don't have any lace or anything like that, this can be done with bits of thicker pieces of ribbon. You can just use any bits of fabric that you've got. So if you've got any fabric left over from journals and you wanted to pop a little flower or anything on it, these are just perfect to do. Now I'm just going to get telling you they're easy, and I've got it all the piece of thread the wrong way around. Where did that go? There it is. It's got caught under there. Look, pop that through. There we go. That's the trouble doing it with the same colour thread. You can't really see it. I'm just going to do a quick little running stitch through here. Super simple. This is something you can do in the evenings as well. If you're sat in front of the TV or your tablet or something, watching a nice video, you could make these little flowers. Now what I've done, I've just scrunched it up and pulled this tight. Okay, just so they're nice and scrunched up like that. And then what we want to do is this is the bit that we want to see, and that's the back. So you want to turn down and put them together, the ends together, so you've got the back facing up, and then you just want to pull it nice and tight, and then just pop a little stitch in there just to hold these together like that. Pop that through just so it's nice and tight. Let me go around this way, pop it underneath. There we go. Just a quick little flower, easy peasy flower. Now I'm going to just pull that, stick that in my little pin cushion like that, and then we have this lovely, look at that, super simple. And actually what you could probably do, you could probably make one of these and pop that would look nice, wouldn't it? Look at that, you could just pop that in the middle. But what I'm going to do, I've got another piece here. I wonder how long that piece is. What do you reckon? Probably the same. There's about 14 or 15 inches. So I'm going to do the same again I'm going to pop a little knot in the end, and then I'm going to just do that running stitch just along the bottom like that. So this is a nice one that you can just do without really sort of thinking about anything, can't you? So we just do a quick little running stitch along there. I wish I could have found some more lacy bits in the UK, because our charity shops, we've got a few sort of thrift stores and charity shops here, but they're not very exciting. So I need to try and see if I can find a few more. Maybe I should travel a little bit further and see what I can find. I haven't been to any sort of like car boots or markets for a very, very long time, so I might try those as well. There we go. So let's just wrinkle that up. Let's put, doesn't matter which way round this one goes. Let me put that over the top. Pop the ends together like that. Pull that nice and tight, and then just sew that together. Let's get that out of the way. That's it. Nice and tight. Pop that in my pin cushion and clip that off, and look at that, we've got this lovely little fluffy flower like that we can just pop in there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just, before all these little bits come off, I'm going to take my lighter and I'm going to just, you sort of like, almost like melt the ends a little bit so it just goes off there. So just be very, very careful, but you can just take those little bits off. I've got my glue gun, pop a little bit of glue on there, stick that down, I've got another fluffy bit there, then we can just squeeze that on. So they are so simple to do, but mind you don't burn up your fingers. And then what I need to do, I think I might even put one of these in the middle of that, because you need something. If I've got a little smaller one, there we go, just so you've got the layers, so they're not, this one doesn't disappear into the back. You sort of like need a little bit of a different colour. So I'm going to stick this little one on here and pop that on top. Now again, you can have this hanging from a little ball pin or something like that. Pop it onto the front of your journal. Look at that, doesn't that just look lovely? I think they are really simple. Sometimes we forget, don't we, to make little things like this. So I'm going to just show you as well how to make this one. So let's just take these little bits off. I've got little bits of this. It's so, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's so light that you can't get it off your fingers, and it's all over my floor. So I'm going to take this piece. Now this piece is probably about 36 inches, I would say, about 90 centimeters. Let's just pop it like that. So this is the lovely lining. I'm going to, shall I make it smaller than that? Shall we have it like that? I'm going to just fold that up. Look, so this is 90, about 90 centimeters, and I'm going to round the end off, just giving it a little bit of shape. Now don't worry about being tidy. Let's just get these little bits out of the way. Put a little flower there. I'm going to throw those bits in the bin because I don't need them. So this is like that. Now what I'm going to do to stop it fraying, I'm going to get my lighter again and just do this over the top, and that just sort of melts the ends a little bit, but do be careful. Okay, let's just open this up a little bit. Just melt the ends. Then I am actually going to just do the bottom as well, but please be careful. Okay, so there we go. So we've got this beautiful sort of scalloped top, you can see. And what I'm going to do now, again, I'm going to just do a running stitch all the way along. Let's just pop a little knot in here. So let's just pop a little stitch in like this. Now you can probably roll them up and glue gun them and stick them, but this fabric is so fine, you don't want to get sort of like glue everywhere. So I'm just going through this with a running stitch. Let's hope I have enough cotton on here. Okay, so there we go. Lovely. That's all the way through. Right to the end. So let's just do end to end like this. This, and let's just open this little bit out a little bit better. There we go. Hold those together and then just make sure they're all up properly. Pull that nice and tight, and then just do a nice stitch in the back. Stitch them together nicely. There we go. I think I will probably make some more of these tonight while we're watching telly or something or other. What we're doing, I want to find something good to watch on Netflix or something. I think we need another new series. Okay, so there we go. Look how lovely that is. Now again, it depending on the length of them depends on the size and sort of like thickness of your flower, but I like to have it quite sort of like puffy. Now I'm going to go round this again just quickly, just to get there's some little edges on there which I've got little bits of bits hanging off. So if you do this, it stops it from sort of like fraying and coming apart. But please be careful. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. That's a lovely fluffy one, and I could pop even just a tiny one of those in there. I think I will. That looks nice, doesn't it? I think I'm going to do that. There we go. Pop that down. Look at that. I'll show you how to make these little ones now. But how lovely is that? I'm loving this colour. It's sort of, sometimes it's sort of like one of those that sort of changes colour. That looks quite browny to me, but then when I look at it in a different light, it looks quite pink. So it's really strange fabric. So there we go. That's lovely. I just want to show you another thing actually, which is my glue gun, because lots of you have been asking me what glue gun I use, and it's the Sizzix one. Now I just purchased the stand last week as well, and I'm loving it. Now I have had a few of the reviews on this that this keeps falling down. So what I did, I actually glue gunned it here and here, so that it doesn't move. So then my glue gun just sits in there, and I just think it's fab. So that's something I brought the other day because my glue gun kept falling over and it was driving me crazy. So there we go, guys. That is some beautiful flowers, simple flowers. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these now. Now I do have, let's say we've got little bit of thread left on here which we can use. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the thread, I'm going to take my pincushion, and I'm going to pop the needle in it. Now this is where your eyelet is. Now you want to stick that piece into your pincushion with this pointy bit pointing up. So what I'm going to do, this is the easiest way, this is my lazy way of doing it. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this fabric and I'm going to pop that on here like that. So that's in the middle, so that's the bottom of your flower. And then all as I'm doing, I'm taking little bits of scrap lace and popping them on top of each other. Now you can do this with any bits of fabric or any bits of lace, whatever you have that you want to build up a little flower with. So you can use tiny little bits of scrap fabric on there. Now let's have, I've got a little bit here, there's a little one just to go on the top. Now again, you can use as much as you like. So there we go. Oops, let me just pop that on there. I'm going to take a bead. This is one of my little BB craft beads, which is a little silver seed bead. And then I'm going to pull that up through, and that's our little flower like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go down through there, back down through, and pull it up just so it's nice and tight in there. Then I'm going to just sew this to the back, just so we've got a nice little knot in the back like that. Oops. So these are really simple as well, but a great way to use up little bits of scrap lace. Now pop that back in there. Let's just trim that off. I'm going to pop just a tiny bit of glue gun on there, just to make sure it's stuck down. And there we go, we've got our little flower. Now you can have it scruffy, you can cut it round if you wanted a little bit of a better shape. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in between these little ones because I want it to give it a little bit more dimension like this. And I'm going to add just a little bit of glue gun in between some of the layers, not all of them. Just turn it round, just pop a little bit in there, just like that. And then I'm going to squeeze it like this, bring it up and squeeze it around the little bead like that. And there we go. And that glue will just stick some of the layers together and make it a little bit more sort of puffy, which I just think is gorgeous. Can you see? That's lovely, isn't it? Loving them. Lots of glue on my fingers. Now I'm going to do another one. I've got another bit of cotton on a different needle here, so I'm going to pop that upside down. I'm going to take a piece of, wherever I had, here we go, little piece of fabric for the bottom. I just find it quite easy to stick it on these needles like this, and then you're sort of almost like hands free, aren't you? Just get little odd bits like this. You can have them as big or as small as you like. If you've got bigger bits of scrap, then make bigger flowers. Should we make a nice big thick one like this? There we go. Let's take a little silver bead. Again, put any colour bead on there that you like. Pull that through like that. Put this to the side. And I'm going to go down to the side of it. And then pull that up. And there we go. That's our little bead on there. Tie this off. Tie a little knot in there. Just love these little mini flowers. Pop that in my thing. Let's cut that off. Put that over there. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue gun on there just to hold that thread on. See, look at that. I think they are lovely. Let me just take this off my fingers. There we go. Then we will open this up. A little bit of, tiny bit of glue gun in there, look. Like this. Just open these up. Go around it, a little bit there, a little bit in there. And then we will just squeeze it around the little bead in there. Like that. And look at that. Just gives it that little bit of fluffiness, doesn't it? So loving them. I absolutely love these little tiny ones. So if you've got lots of different colour bits of lace, then you can make some beautiful little ones, couldn't you? But there we go, guys. Recap on making some beautiful little flowers. Loving this big one. Love it. I think they look so pretty. So pretty. And that's just using the dress. So these are all sort of like match in beautifully. So I will probably add these into, because we're going to make a lovely little shabby chic journal. And I think these will look beautiful on there. Make little embellishments with these, I think. And maybe one of these on the front of the journal. So love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Loving these. I hope you'll give it a go. Just a nice reminder for you. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. Take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.